Hello there, this is Darth Rabbit 07 comes to you today with another quick review. I got in this set last fall before going up to TF Con with my with all my Ultra Megatronus Live brothers and had a blast up there. Didn't open it then, but I got in its corresponding upgrade kit, so now I'm going to open it and get all that out there on the turntable, get my thoughts out there all together. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's take a closer look at the Dinoking set. I say, guys, I gotta give credit when credit is due. Whenever they go through and they do a box set right, they give us a box set and they get the art and everything right. I mean, just it feels very G1, and I absolutely love it. You got all 6 members: Goryu, Gairaru, Kakuraru, Reiraru, Yokuraru, and Doru. I probably mispronounced all those and brutalized those. I will go back through as I go through with each one of these and give those meanings out there. I'll stop brutalizing the name. On the top of the box, you got all the members, their alt forms, and their combined form there together. On the back of the box, you got this beautiful box art and a lot of G1, but with United's one sheet that they do. Again, all the members and Dinoking combined. And right here, you get that quick little read up. The 6 Dino Force Warriors combined together from Dinoking, a violent force that will stop at nothing to destroy his foes, and all the other corresponding languages there. Your tech specs, and you can try to pause and scan there, but I don't think that'll help you find it in stores. It was an exclusive, and I'm so glad I did pick it up, even though I was not crazy about the Dinobots in this same kind of deal. Everybody kept saying this should have been Dinoking. We're going to actually take a closer look at that right now. And here is the Dinoking crew out of their plastic and cardboard prison. It's awesome that they did the windows on these guys. I want to get the first 3 right there on the left side in front of you first, head-on view. This is their base configuration, fresh out of the box. Some pieces and bits are definitely missing. So let's get these guys armored up per the instructions, and then we'll continue. A little change in venue as Mother Nature doesn't want to work with me right now. And here's the Dino Force with all the stuff per Hasbro's configuration, fresh out of the box with all the bits and pieces that comes in the box. And I gotta say, guys, I just feel that this whole crew got a little bit shortchanged. But let's go through here and take a look at each one of these and what you got there. Here's this side, the front, that side, the back. And if you look at that, you got a head up his tail, and some gappiness, and a little bit of articulation right there where his mouth is. And this was it was bopped up, so I fixed that. And then you got this gentleman. Looks good, looks all right. I mean, I just don't like seeing stuff get short-fisted. I mean, yeah, that was bad. That waffleness underneath, and that looks not bad right there, but the articulation's not really good. I mean, and the robots barely have any, and the arms are built in right here. I don't like that. I think the kit does fix that issue. I like having this up like this instead of over here on the side like it was telling it to do, so we're just going to keep it up there. And then pew pew, and he's got pew pew tail in, and then, well, there's all that stuff there. So I can't remember what their names is. Well, I mean, it's Slag, and I can't remember what that one's name is. Like if it was a Dinobot. There's Grimlock. Here's Snarl, or Doru. And I don't like the way his robot mode arms are just kind of hanging there, the way they do that. I don't think the kit will address that at all. Got this big old blade hanging out up here on the top. And this is, going to be the big, combined mode weapon. I do like the storage, how they kept it, one for the same there. Probably the best guy in the group is this Swoop Yakuraru. And he's got this Bombardier pew pew going on. And that's like I said, the Hasbro configuration at least gives it a little bit of a flight stand, if you will. And then you got the tank that is basically sludge, that no tail hardly. I mean, it's there, it's nubby. Probably the weakest one of the crew. And yeah, just so frustrating. I really do wish they were small deluxes that had a bit more articulation, or even Voyager. But here's hoping Iron Factory will take and knock and crush it out of the park. let's get these guys converted over into the robot modes. Here's the Dino Force in their robot modes. You got Kakaru, then you got Garu, then you got Gorau. He's the leader of the group, transformed from the norm. I'm teasing. He's not a turtle. There is Doru, Yako Rau, and Rararu. And I gotta say, like, the head sculpts are pretty freaking amazing on these. And what little bit of tempo is there is nice. And like those heads just freaking, it sings. I mean, wow. Let me see if I can shed some light on the subject. There we go. And let's see if you focus. And it's had a hard time focusing. So we're going to focus on the weapons before anything else. That noggin, man. But it's like whenever you just turn around, I know you're not going to display them like that, but that is just fugly. And now he's going to flop probably. And it's like these two share the engineering, and then these two share the engineering. Anyway, the leader, he's getting some other bits there as we do the upgrade kit. I'm thinking I'm going to do the upgrade kit after I get through doing the combined form right here in a moment, because I mean, the combined form, I hope it will sing its, I mean, these alt modes are not what you're going to leave it in. You're probably going to leave it in the Dinoking mode. And yeah. Okay, guys. It's enough of that right there. Let's go ahead and get these 6 guys combined. And here is Dinoking in his combined form, guys. And I got to say, this is where this is going to shine. Probably stay in this mode right here. But I'm also going to do the DK60 upgrade kits on this. I don't like the holiness in the back of the head there or the back of the legs, and I don't think that has anything to do with transformation. It's just Hasbro's cheap way of engineering it and whatnot. And I gotta say, over the individual modes, they actually give this guy a bit of articulation. Let's go through that next. This guy may fall apart just a little bit here, but we're going to start off at the head and go all the way around. There's that awful waffleness there. I wish that would not be there. And if they just did a little bit more parts, they could have had some up and down, but it's just a side-to-side movement there. You can get not quite the full Mr. T there, depending on the angle and how you move the stuff and things. You can get all the way around at the, well, no, you can't get all the way around. You get that much and then it bumps into itself. Same thing over here on this side over here. And if you got it like this, it's going to get in the way of itself. So you got to swivel that other piece back around and down. And then you get the same kind of, you get into the chest area there. So, I mean, there is that. The wrists do have a swivel, which is really tight and probably make this thing fall apart. But yeah, you can go all the way around a circle there, and you got some hollowness on the back side of the wrist there. So there's that. Both wrists do that. You do get that far around. You don't get quite all the way around because you just keep bumping into bits and stuff and things. That's that dinosaur head sticking out the back there. And again, that gets on my nerves really bad. I mean, it's pretty neat combiner. You can get those arms back up again, and you can get not the full splits, but you do get some impressive kicking up and back if you need to. You do get that much in the knee and some things like to break apart. I'd like to know if there was a better way of doing that instead of just leaving that up the whole freaking time like that. It's kind of annoying. The other side does do a bit better there. And even with all the kibble and stuff, you do get your range of motion there. If you get an upper thigh swivel there and some ankle tiltage there due to the combiner, and see it just comes apart. I'll try to pop this back in here, and boom. So, and the bottoms are hollow, and that's for weapons modes and the other modes and that kind of thing. But this would be primarily how I will, definitely get him down there next to Victory Saber and Desaurus, and now this comes apart. And that's the other thing. I just wished it was done with a little bit more quality material and engineering so that this guy could really truly shine. I didn't think he was all that big of a combiner anyway, but this guy's about the size of a Voyager, I guess. So there's that, if you will. You can do some weapon storage, just like so. It's all together, all the bits and pieces. And let's get this guy on some final thoughts. I gotta say, this is impressive, but I mean, individually, both modes, they just suffer being in the basic size class. I really do wish that they were either a small basic or whatever it needs to be with the more parts count. I'm afraid to say basic or deluxe. I'm afraid to say small deluxe because then parts counts could hurt that way. So I'd be even more willing to lean into Voyager thing. But it's what's here is kind of neat for the Legends class turning into like a Voyager, small Voyager on the turntable there. I'm pretty impressed with it for what it is, and I got this, and then I didn't even hesitate in getting the DK60 thing, and I'll do that in another video here in the near future just to show it off, and then it'll go back up on the shelf with the parts and pieces and stand next to Victory Saber and Deathsaurus downstairs. Thanks again for watching my channel, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. I'm so glad I did hold off and wait. I was going to do this in Baltimore, but then I got to playing with that Magic Square stuff thanks to my good buddy Jimmy over at The Good, the Bad, the Awesome. Got me into the Magic Square stuff, and this thing's not shabby, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it goes for a bit more now that it's been out a bit. And people would want to get it. It's another combiner. It's awesome. It's a Transformers Victory combiner. So, I mean, there's that too, guys. Y'all have an excellent day out there. Stay safe. Until all everyone, guys. Thanks for watching this review.